Smael, there's obviously a lot of talk this week with Georgia Tech, the rivalry of it. As someone who grew up in the state, what comes to mind when you think about this rivalry, and what do you tell your teammates about what it's like to be in this rivalry?
Personally, for me, I guess just knowing a lot of guys on the other side, playing against a lot of like familiar faces, guys I played in high school. So it's just big on that. And then what I tell the guys, it's not necessarily like what the game's been like in the past couple years, with how much better Georgia Tech's gotten. So really, like, just not to sleep on them and just take this week serious.
You looking forward to see EJ Lightsey,
Yeah.
one of your guys, and just your relationship, and what will be like seeing him on the opposite sideline wearing those colors.
Yeah, no, I'm excited to see him. Me and EJ, we was real close, so we still is. We still close, but we were just excited to see, what he was going to do like Friday and then just moving forward in general. Real happy to see him getting a chance to play.
Smael, I'm just wondering, when did you find out Saturday night that you guys are going to be in the SEC game, SEC championship game? Did you even realize that was a possibility on Saturday? And then what, if any way, I think I know how you're going to answer this, does that change anything that has to do with Friday's game?
I knew it was a possibility. I just didn't really think it was going to happen. But I had woke up in the middle of the night. I guess I couldn't really go to sleep. So, I got on my phone and didn't see it then. So, I was surprised, but real excited, blessed to have the opportunity. But, like you said, it don't really change nothing for this week, just still focus on Georgia Tech. And, we got to get past them first.
Yeah, Brent Key hasn't exactly hid his disdain for the Georgia program. As a player, how aware are you of the comments that he's made about how much this game means to Georgia Tech? And when an opposing coach makes comments like that, does that add a little extra energy, a little motivation to the prep this week?
Yeah, I see it. I don't really pay too much mind to it though, but I feel like you're supposed to feel like that though with a rivalry. So how he feels, that's I guess it's warranted. He's supposed to feel like that. But as far as what it adds to the preparation, it's still we still know it's a rivalry game, whether he said that or not. So it doesn't really add anything, we're still going to prepare like we normally would.
Smael, for the senior class, I think it's the first time ever they would sweep in their careers Tennessee, Florida, and potentially Georgia Tech. When you guys look back at the legacy that Kirby talked about after that game, what is the significance of that?
It's real big, especially with Georgia Tech, them being an in-state rival. So to be able to do that, it'll be big.
Smael, what do you see in Georgia Tech's two quarterbacks? The fact they use both those guys, what sort of stands out about how each of them play?
It kind of adds another dynamic, to the offense. Two really good quarterbacks. Hanks King, how he's able to use his legs, and then Philo, he got a real good arm. So it's just it just adds another dynamic to their offense, another thing to prepare for.
Smael, what do you think you guys as a defense need to clean up in terms of be better against the run this week after last week's game?
Really a lot. It's not really one area specifically. I feel like we could do better in a lot of things, as a whole, just to get better as a defense. But some of the big things that come off the head is tackling and then just playing more discipline. Everybody being more job sound. Just doing their job, playing a role.
Can you talk a little bit about your journey this year? I'm sure it's not the way you anticipated your last year going here with that big chunk of games you missed in the middle and trying to stay healthy. How are you now? And then just how did that go during that interim when I guess you weren't sure when you might be back?
It's been crazy, but it made me a stronger person, and then I feel like it made me a better player. So yeah, it was just big, being able to come back and then play for real. I was really just excited to be back, just happy to be healthy, just thankful for real.
Did y'all ever discuss shutting it down?
Shutting it down, nah, that was never really an option for me. I knew I was gonna come back.
Smael, it looks like you're back to full speed, from my vantage point. I don't know, was there a moment it clicked? I guess with this sort of injury, it can be frustrating not knowing when it's going to heal, but is there a time when you looked at yourself on film or just even felt that old guy was back?
A moment where it clicked. I was kind of down at first when I first found out about it, but since then though, after that little day, I was really kind of upbeat the whole time. I knew I was gonna come back to how I was. And then when it clicked that I was back, I guess Tennessee, after going out there and playing, I felt really good, confident, about my health.
Did you talk to any other players that went through this? I'm sure this is somewhat of a common injury that some guys have gone through.
Nah, not necessarily, not really.
Smael, another game where Chris Cole makes a big play, as that
Yeah.
scoop and score. Just what have you seen from him this year and what he brings to the table?
I seen a lot from him, really. I'm real proud of Chris. Like I say all the time, as a freshman to be able to come in and play on this defense is really big. So to see the plays he's making, and then see what me in my head, what I think he's gonna be in the future. I'm really excited, for him. But I'm excited for a lot of the younger guys though, especially in our room. We got Justin and Chris coming up. So to see how they grow, I'm really excited for it.
What do you think of this game being on a Friday night? How does it affect your week if you're going to try to do anything with the holiday?
Yeah, it was kind of weird. I never played a game on a Friday. Or I guess since high school I had, but in college I never played a game on a Friday. So it's just different. But as far as what it changes, it kind of speeds up the game week. So kind of got to crunch in that day of preparation that we're missing. Kind of got to crunch it in and spread it in throughout the other days. So it just speeds up the game week.
We have another question for Smael. All right, Smael. Thank you, sir.
I bet. Thank you.
Appreciate it.